Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee, feeling great, when out of nowhere, a sharp tightness grips your chest. Your breath gets shallow, and a wave of dizziness makes the room spin. It's terrifying, right? These are often the first and signs of a heart attack, and for too many people, they come without warning. Heart disease is a silent predator. Studies show nearly half of those with it don't even know their heart's in trouble until something catastrophic happens. The root of the problem: atherosclerosis, a sneaky buildup of plaque in your arteries that chokes off blood flow to your heart. It's a gradual process, often symptomless, until it's critical. That's why what you eat matters so much. It's one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your heart. Today, we're diving into the top 7 vegetables that can help keep your arteries clear, your blood pressure in check, and your heart strong. These aren't just random veggies. They're packed with nutrients that fight the processes leading to heart disease. I'll share stories from people I know who've used these foods to turn their health around, back it up with science, and give you practical ways to add them to your meals. Whether you're a foodie or just someone looking to stay healthy, these vegetables are your heart's best friends. Let's get started. 1. Garlic, the heart's fiery protector. Let's kick things off with garlic, that pungent little bulb that's been a kitchen staple forever. I remember my cousin Maria, a busy mum who loved her comfort foods. Think cheesy casseroles and creamy sauces. But when her doctor warned her about creeping blood pressure, she started experimenting. She began tossing minced garlic into her soups and roasting it for her veggie dishes. A year later, her blood pressure was down, and she swore she had more energy. Garlic wasn't just flavoring her meals. It was working overtime for her heart. So, what makes garlic so special? It's all about allicin, a compound released when you chop, crush, or chew a clove. Allicin triggers sulfur-containing compounds that act like tiny heart protectors. Research shows these compounds have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers, which tackle oxidative stress, a major driver of heart disease. Oxidative stress is like rust in your arteries, slowly damaging them over time. Garlic steps in to slow that process, but that's not all. Garlic can help lower blood pressure, a huge risk factor for heart attacks and strokes. Studies suggest that eating garlic regularly can reduce systolic and diastolic blood pressure by a modest but meaningful amount. How? It boosts nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels, letting blood flow more freely. Imagine your arteries as highways. Garlic helps keep the traffic moving smoothly. Then there's cholesterol. High levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, can clog arteries, leading to atherosclerosis. Research, like a meta-analysis in the Journal of Nutrition, found garlic can lower total and LDL cholesterol by up to 10 to 15% in some cases. That's less plaque gumming up your arteries. Garlic also has antithrombotic properties, meaning it reduces the risk of blood clots that can block arteries and trigger heart attacks. It does this by keeping platelets from sticking together too much. How do you get more garlic in your life? It's easy. Mince it into stir fries, blend it into salad dressings, or roast whole cloves for a sweet, nutty spread on whole grain bread. I love adding garlic to my homemade marinara. It's a heart-healthy win. If the smell or taste is too much, aged garlic supplements are an option, but talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on blood thinners, as garlic can amplify their effects. And don't expect garlic to be a magic bullet. It works best alongside a balanced diet, regular exercise, and checkups. But as a flavorful, functional food, garlic's a superstar. 2. Tomatoes, the red-hot heart hero. Next up, tomatoes, those juicy, vibrant fruits we all treat like vegetables. My friend Alex, a guy who lived for fast food, got a wake-up call when his cholesterol numbers came back high. He didn't want to overhaul his diet overnight, so he started small, adding fresh tomato slices to his burgers and blending them into smoothies. 6 months later, his LDL cholesterol was down, and he felt less sluggish. Tomatoes were his secret weapon. The magic in tomatoes comes from lycopene, the antioxidant that gives them their red hue. Lycopene is a powerhouse. It neutralizes free radicals, those rogue molecules that cause inflammation and damage arteries. By fighting oxidative stress, lycopene helps prevent the buildup of plaque that leads to atherosclerosis. Studies, like one in the British Journal of Nutrition, link higher lycopene intake to a lower risk of heart disease. Tomatoes also bring potassium to the table, a mineral that's critical for heart health. Potassium helps balance sodium levels, which is key for keeping blood pressure in check. High blood pressure is like putting your heart in a pressure cooker. It's a major risk factor for heart attacks. A cup of tomatoes gives you about 10% of your daily potassium needs, helping your blood vessels relax and reducing strain on your heart. There's also a lesser-known compound called ascoleoside A, found in tomato skins. Research suggests it can lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides without messing with HDL, the good cholesterol. This helps keep your lipid profile in a heart-healthy zone. The best part, tomatoes are so versatile. Slice them for a caprese salad, roast them for a rich pasta sauce, or blend them into a chilled gazpacho. Pro tip: cooking tomatoes with a bit of olive oil boosts lycopene absorption, making it even more effective. Alex's story shows how small changes, like adding tomatoes to your meals, can make a big difference. They're not just a tasty addition, they're a heart-smart choice that can help keep your arteries clear and your ticker happy. 3. Spinach. The green heart defender. Spinach is one of those foods that feels like it was designed for health. Growing up, my sister Clara was the pickiest eater, but even she couldn't resist spinach when Mum blended it into smoothies or layered it into lasagna. When Clara hit her 30s and started worrying about her family's history of heart disease, she leaned hard into spinach. Her blood pressure, which had been creeping up, stabilized, and she credited those green leaves for part of it. Spinach's heart-protecting power comes from nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. This molecule is like a chill pill for your blood vessels. It helps them relax, improves blood flow, and lowers blood pressure. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that people eating spinach regularly saw significant drops in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. That's a big deal, since high blood pressure is a silent killer. Spinach is also loaded with potassium, about 600 milligrams in 2/3 of a cup, which is nearly a fifth of your daily needs. Potassium counteracts sodium, helping to prevent hypertension and reduce strain on your heart. Plus, spinach is packed with antioxidants like lutein and quercetin, which fight oxidative stress and protect your arteries from damage. Think of it as a shield for your blood vessels. Adding spinach to your diet is a no-brainer. Toss it into smoothies for a nutrient boost. Sauté it with a little olive oil and garlic. Hello, double heart power. Or pile it onto a whole grain pizza. Just a heads up, spinach has oxalates, which can be an issue for people prone to kidney stones. So, go easy if that's you. Also, if you're on blood thinners, check with your doctor, as spinach's vitamin K can affect those meds. Otherwise, it's a versatile, heart-loving veggie that's easy to sneak into your meals. 4. Red cabbage. The purple, Powerhouse red cabbage is like the unsung hero of the vegetable world. My neighbor Tom, a retired firefighter, started adding it to his meals after his doctor flagged high cholesterol. He'd shred it into salads or ferment it into a tangy sauerkraut, and over time, his lipid panel looked better. Red cabbage isn't just colorful, it's a nutritional beast. A single cup has just 28 calories, but delivers 56% of your daily vitamin C, 28% of vitamin K, plus fiber, potassium, and a slew of other nutrients. The star players here are anthocyanins, the antioxidants behind red cabbage's vibrant purple hue. These compounds are linked to a lower risk of heart disease. Studies suggest women who eat more anthocyanin-rich foods have an 11-32% lower chance of heart attacks. Red cabbage has over 36 types of anthocyanins, and its antioxidant levels are about 4.5 times higher than green cabbage. These antioxidants reduce inflammation, a key factor in heart disease, and help keep your arteries healthy. The fiber in red cabbage also helps lower LDL cholesterol, while its potassium supports healthy blood pressure. Tom loved how easy it was to add red cabbage to his meals, raw in a crunchy slaw, roasted with a sprinkle of spices, or even blended into a smoothie for a subtle peppery kick. It's a low-calorie, high-impact way to boost your heart health while adding color to your plate. 5. Chili peppers. The spicy heart. Kick chili peppers bring the heat, and they're also a secret weapon for your heart. My dad was a spice fanatic. He'd add jalapenos to everything from eggs to chili. When he got a health scare about his heart, he doubled down on spicy foods, and his doctor noticed improvements in his circulation. The magic lies in capsaicin, the compound that makes chilies fiery. Capsaicin promotes vasodilation, relaxing blood vessels, and improving blood flow, which takes pressure off your heart. A massive study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology tracked over 22,000 people for 8 years. Those who ate chili peppers more than 4 times a week had a 34% lower risk of dying from heart-related issues. Capsaicin also helps break down fats, lowering LDL cholesterol, and preventing plaque buildup. Plus, its anti-inflammatory properties reduce chronic inflammation, a major contributor to heart disease. You don't need to go full fire breather to get the benefits. Add a few slices of chili to your stir fries, soups, or even a spicy avocado toast. If you're sensitive to spice, start with milder varieties like poblanos. Just don't overdo it. Too much can irritate your stomach. In moderation, chili peppers are a flavorful way to give your heart a boost. 6. Broccoli, the cruciferous crusader. Broccoli is one of those veggies that feels like it's showing off. My colleague Rachel started eating it regularly after her dad had a heart scare. She'd roast it with a little olive oil or toss it into soups, and her blood pressure numbers started looking better. Broccoli is packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that fight oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which drive heart disease. A single cup of cooked broccoli gives you about 5 grams of fiber, roughly a fifth of your daily needs. Fiber helps lower LDL cholesterol and keeps blood pressure in check. Broccoli also delivers potassium and magnesium, which regulate blood pressure and support a steady heartbeat. Studies, like one in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, show that eating cruciferous veggies, like broccoli, reduces arterial calcification, a condition where calcium builds up in arteries, raising the risk of heart attacks. Rachel's favorite trick: blending broccoli into a creamy soup or roasting it until it's crispy. It's versatile enough for salads, stir fries, or even as a snack with hummus. A recent study found that broccoli-based soups were better at lowering systolics, blood pressure than root veggie soups. So it's a smart choice for heart health. 7. Pumpkin, the heartwarming. Wonder Pumpkin isn't just for fall lattes. It's a year-round heart hero. Last year, I got hooked on pumpkin after trying a roasted pumpkin soup at a friend's house. I started adding it to my meals, and even snacking on the seeds. Pumpkin's loaded with potassium, about 16% of your daily needs per cup, which helps lower blood pressure and reduce stroke risk. Its beta-carotene, an antioxidant, prevents LDL cholesterol from oxidizing, keeping arteries flexible and clear. The fiber in pumpkin supports cholesterol control, and its seeds are a bonus. They're rich in magnesium, which keeps your heartbeat steady, and healthy fats that reduce inflammation. Studies link higher magnesium intake to a lower risk of heart disease. Try roasting pumpkin for a side dish, blending it into a smoothie, or sprinkling the seeds on salads or oatmeal. It's a cozy, nutrient-packed way to love your heart. Tying it all together, heart disease doesn't play fair. It creeps up quietly, often waiting until a crisis to show itself. But stories like Maria's, Alex's, Clara's, Tom's, my dad's, and Rachel's prove that small changes can make a big difference. These 7 vegetables, garlic, tomatoes, spinach, red cabbage, chili peppers, broccoli, and pumpkin, are like a dream team for your heart. They fight inflammation, lower cholesterol, regulate blood pressure, and keep yours arteries clear. You don't need to become a health nut overnight. Start simple. Mince garlic into your next stir fry. Toss tomatoes into a salad. Blend spinach into a smoothie. Shred red cabbage for a slaw. Add a chili kick to your soup. Roast some broccoli, or whip up a pumpkin soup. Balance is key. These veggies work best alongside regular exercise, stress management, and routine checkups. If you're on medications or have conditions like kidney stones or clotting issues, talk to your doctor before diving in. But the bottom line, these vegetables are nature's gift to your heart. So, what's your next move? Maybe try one of these in a new recipe this week. Drop a comment below. Tell me which veggie you're excited to try, or share your favorite heart-healthy dish. If this video helped you, give it a like. It really helps me keep sharing tips like these. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next video.